Tonight, Dame Diana Rigg stars in the comedy horror Theatre of Blood, which airs at 9:05 p.m. on Talking Picture TV. She stars opposite the likes of Vincent Price and Ian Hendry in the 1973 film, which follows the story of a murderer killing London's leading theatre critics in horrific ways. In a bizarre twist, each death mimics the passing of a William Shakespeare character, leaving the authorities baffled as to who is behind this spate of killings. Rigg is among one of Britain's most celebrated stars, with her career beginning in the mid-60s as Emma Peel in the TV series The Avengers. She would go on to achieve acclaim for her roles in shows such as Game of Thrones, between 2013 and 2017 playing Olenna Tyrell, and Medea in the West End and Broadway in the early 90s. Her influence was so big that during her career she was an Academy Award away from completing the Triple Crown of acting, having won an Emmy and a Tony Award. By 1994 she was made a Dame, and while her career is still celebrated today, some 2 years after she passed away in 2020, she reportedly fell out with one of her co-stars during the production of the Bond film, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The 1969 film was the first, and only, film to star Aussie actor George Lazenby, who had taken over the lead in the franchise from Scotsman Sean Connery. At the time of its release, critics were mixed on its place among the Bond films, with many questioning the producer's decision to cast Lazenby as the lead, considering he had no prior acting experience before taking on the role. That tension appeared to rear its head after filming was concluded, and reports of friction between Lazenby and his on-screen wife Rigg emerged. This led Rigg to write an open letter in The Independent in 1970, denying a number of allegations Lazenby had made regarding her, and others, behavior on set. Among the claims he made was that she had eaten garlic before they were due to have a kissing scene, knowing Lazenby detested the taste and smell. She described Lazenby as paranoid and having inexcusable and crude behavior. In the letter, she wrote, "I'm tired of reading those paranoid statements to the press wherein you were solely surrounded by hostile people. I agree that by the end of the film most of the crew were hostile, but only because of your extreme behavior. Why else would your dresser threaten to hand in his notice? Why else would 3 chauffeurs leave you within a week? Why else was one member of the unit restrained from striking you after one inexcusable and crude outburst against one of the girls in the film? No, George, I did not eat garlic on purpose. No, George, I was not, as you said, guzzling champagne in some warm bar when we had the row." Around a decade later, Lazenby replied to the claims his co-star made, offering a different view on the events behind their supposed falling out. Published in 1981, Lazenby noted how the pair were having lunch just before the love scene and that a lot of press were around because they were invited that day. The Aussie continued, "Diana Rigg was having lunch about 4 or 5 tables away and she yelled quite loudly, 'I'm a having garlic today, George, I hope you are.' You know, it was just a joke. They took it down as if she ate garlic so she could put me off, but I don't quite remember smelling garlic on her, and it was quite a lot of fun with her and she's another bright lady." Upon hearing of Rigg's passing aged 82, Lazenby described her as someone who undoubtedly raised my acting game. He added, "As my new bride, Tracy Bond, I wept for her loss. Now, upon hearing of Dame Diana's death, I weep again." Theatre of Blood airs from 9:05 p.m. tonight on Talking Pictures TV.